Hello guys, my name is Siddharth Varde and this is Unity Advanced Mat1 Answer5. What are the scriptable objects? What are the advantages and disadvantages of the scriptable objects? Right. So scriptable objects are nothing but a data container that we can store, that helps us to store the data in as an asset file inside Unity. So we can declare a scriptable object, then we can use this create asset menu, and then we can create different types of asset from that scriptable object file, and then we can store different data into them. So any system that has the functionality will be same but the data will be different, so those kind of thing can use the scriptable objects. So let's say I created an enemy, so its behavior will be the same, but there are multiple types of enemies, right? So their behavior might change a little, very little, or the data may change very little. So in those cases I can use scriptable objects, right? So as I said, scriptable objects are data container and that they are an asset file. So advantages would be like they are the persistent between scenes, and we can make changes in the editor while running the game, and like we unplay the game, and those changes will not be resetted. So like there will be persistent even between the multiple runs, because like they use a kind of editor scripting. And disadvantages would be like the same reason that they use the editor scripting. So like all we can do in the build file, that we can read the data from the asset file, we cannot change the data on the on those asset files. So that's disadvantage. Then another one would be like the difference between the in the editor mode and in the build mode, right? So that difference of behavior of scriptable object, that's quite strange and different. The behavior is different in both the cases, so it can make someone confused. That's another one. Then the second question is, which design pattern would you use if you have the same trigger but have multiple things to do with multiple sets of objects? Answer is simple, it's an observer pattern. So I would need to use observer pattern. So like whenever that event gets triggered, like the multiple objects or multiple multiple objects can get notified whenever whenever the event gets triggered, invoked, right? Then explain what that design pattern which you answered above. So I answered observer design pattern, and to explain it, what we do is, like in some higher level class, we create an event, right? So event or delegate, we can also use delegate, but events are better because they are more secure than delegates. So we create an event in an upper class, and that would be a public event or public event. Then anyone can subscribe to an unsubscribe from, right? So we need to create an event, and we need to say that the type of delegate, it depends on the type of delegate, it is a variable of. So then the delegate will have some signature. Let's say it returns void and has an integer as an parameter. So every method that returns void and has an integer as a parameter can subscribe to it, and whenever we invoke the event, that method, all the method that subscribe to the event will get fired. So we can perform multiple functionalities. For example, we can create a achievement system out of this, we can create a task system out of this, we can even do some AI stuff out of this. So let's say there are few enemies that are not enemies, let's say there are few NPCs that are waiting for you to do something. Let's say they are waiting for you to open the door, and so whenever they have subscribed to a particular event, and whenever you open the door, that event will get fired. And let's say there are multiple things, then we can even unsubscribe from them. So if there is no need for it, then we can unsubscribe. The only downside of this is like if we forget to unsubscribe and stuff, then like there will be in havoc. So like there will be errors and stuff, and it gets hard to debug because there is no like direct reference and stuff. So that's why uh, I guess that's it. Thank you.